I need you to understand that life is a battle. From the day you are born, you cry. When you leave, people cry. In fact, when a man is born and he doesn't cry, it's a crisis. When a man dies and nobody cries, it's a crisis. In fact, it's so terrible that when someone is born and does not cry, he is beaten till he cries. He is beaten till he cries. And most people in life, they are beaten till they die. So life is there. Battles are real. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to submit to you that there are so many of us who have battles around us and we are not aware. We have troubles around us and we are not aware. It's so terrible now that people use the element of nature. We are in Nairobi, Kenya, about a week ago or so. A week ago, last week. We are in Nairobi, Kenya, and there were some dangerous manifestations that the Lord brought forth. One of them was a woman, a testimony, you may have seen that online, was a woman who came out to say that she's from Uganda, Kampala, but she was in the program to testify. A word came against a strong man. The strong man, many years ago, when this lady was born, when she was bettered and given birth to, placenta was buried under a tree. What happened? Anytime the tree brings forth leaves, she is sick. Anytime the tree brings forth fruit and marriage, you have a crisis. Whenever the tree is dry, money comes to an hand. So her life was regulated by the tree. A word was spoken. Her husband had left her. Her children had left her. When a word came, physical fire, literal fire, nobody put it there. I wish they could show you the tree, because the picture of the tree came up that time. And when I gave the testimony last 2 Sundays or so, my Uganda pastor sent me the tree. Physical fire burnt the tree. Sir, nobody set fire there. Fire came from the glory of God. Fire came from the host of heaven. Fire came from the cherubims of God and burnt the tree. Husband came back. Children came back. Am I talking to somebody here? Physical fire. You see the tree burnt. There's a picture of the tree. I wish they can get it. Huh? I wish they can get that picture. So you see what we are talking about. Not that gave a testimony. Am I communicating here? When he left the church, he left the first night meeting. As he was getting home, his stepmother called him and said, I'm sorry, forgive me. 18 years, he has not heard from his mother, his stepmother. He has not. If the father kicked him out, to make matters worse, the landlord also kicked him out. Father kicked him out. Landlord said, in the next 24 hours, you have to leave this house. So there are certain things that come on owners of houses. You are not offending them. You didn't provoke them. You did nothing to them. They rise up exactly. It is spiritually stimulated. So what happened? The service ended. Words were spoken. The woman began to apologize. Bad. He said, I'm the one. I did it. I'm the one. I'm responsible. I turned your father's face. I made your life miserable. I made your life worthless. I made your life scattered. Please forgive me. While he was talking, the father was crying on the side. He said, is that my son? Give me the phone. And took the phone and began to beg the boy and began to apologize. Say, please, can I see you? What happened? Where have you been? Can I see you? Forgive me, please. I need to do something for you. After 18 years, as he hung up the phone, the next knock on the door was the landlord. Landlord said, did I tell you to park? Please, I am sorry. Don't park again. Am I talking to something now? That happened the same moment. Why? The battles of life are spiritually stimulated. But there is something called the blessing that gives you a coverage. Are you now seeing what the blessing is? The blessing is, number one, it helps your location and space. Number two, fruitfulness. Number three, talk to me. Number three, your reserve. Number four, safety in your life journey. Number five, Victory over battles are real, but victory is sure. The Bible says when they met the king of Zion, they pleaded with him. They said, Zion, we know this is your territory. Zion, we know you are a king that is brutal. Zion, we know you are a king that has no mercy. But we plead with you, Zion, let us pass. We will not touch your field. We will not touch your fruits. We will not touch your harvest. Just let us pass. Let's pass through the land so that we can achieve what God has in stock for us. Zion said, you will not pass. They said, we are not after your field. You have a passageway that will give us access to where we are going, so let us pass. He said, we won't let you pass. And God said to them, now contend with him in battle. Contend with him. I wanted you to pass just as access, but because he has refused, enter there, kill him, carry his cattle, carry his sheep. In other words, if you don't let me pass in peace, I will pass leaving you in pieces. That is the tree. Can you see what happened overnight? Yet nobody set physical fire on it. After a word, stretch your hand here. In the realms of the spirit, I project myself into patana matana houses, patana matana homes. Everything working against you, I set it on fire. Everything working against you, I set it on fire. 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 Somebody shout fire, fire, fire. Somebody shout fire, fire, fire. I'm talking of the blessing. Something is happening in your hometown. I'm speaking to someone here. Something is happening in your hometown. Something is happening in your village. There's a reaction in the realm of the spirit. He that is from above is above all. There's a reaction in the realms of the spirit. You and your siblings are getting deliverance. You and your siblings are getting emancipation. You and your siblings are getting restoration. You and your siblings are getting turned around. If your amen is louder, tell the blessing. Take a paraso katapata. Take your seat. Barakati se pamando katashi. Borosi kapati dakade. Ibarosi katapati latasha. Zokapati lakatash. Hinda sakapa. So are you aware that this blessing is an element? Is what? Is an insurance policy. Is what? It is a coverage. Is what? So blessing is not just the name of a Christian sister. I wish I'm talking to somebody right now. Blessing is not just the name of a Christian sister. Blessing is not just a pronouncement. It is an element. It's make it, and the blesser is behind it. He brings it, then he shows up. He sends it, then he shows up. So how do we assess this blessing? Genesis chapter 12. I don't know, I'm taking my time. What I'm doing is more of teaching and preaching so that you understand me. Are you understanding? Genesis chapter 12, God spoke to Abraham in verse 2. We see the first man that was a candidate of the blessing. Want to go? And make the name to it. And thou shalt be. This is the first man that had that element called the blessing. It covered this location. From his father's house, he left all the Chaldeans, went to a strange land and was blessed there. In fact, for you to know that the blessing functions in locations. Even one who was connected to him called Lot. When Lot left him and went to Sodom and Gomorrah, a cursed land, because the blessing covers location, Lot was blessed. Oh, I wish I'm talking to somebody. To show you how the blessing permeates, penetrates, invades location and space. Lot went to Sodom, Gomorrah, a place that was cursed, a land that attracted the wrath of God, a land that attracted the anger of God. So long Lot was connected to the blessing, that location submitted to him.
Hello, thank you for watching our video. You are welcome back to Spiritual Warfare Time. You see, Let's quickly talk about the video that we just watched right now. Don't let anybody deceive you. Yes, don't let... Wickedness is real. Over time, I've seen a lot of preachers that when they are preaching, they talk about wickedness and they say, once you are holy, once you are in Christ, that you don't have any connection with wickedness anymore. It's not, you don't even have to pray against wickedness. What are you praying for? Christ in you, the hope of glory, He has removed it. Let me tell you, wickedness is real. It's not a message of fear. It's not a message of doom, but wickedness is real. And that is why we have to brazen up. That is why as a child of God, we have to channel we have to understand the kind of prayer point that we are praying and where to channel it to. So, assuming that lady that came to that program that day doesn't really believe in this kind of warfare prayer, do you think that this kind of miracle would have happened? I mean, look at the tree. Look at the tree. It's not as if somebody went there and lights fire on it. Look at the tree overnight. And they tell you that wickedness is not real. Listen, you have to just buckle up. You have to double your prayer. You have to double your fasting. Wickedness is real. When this message was live 2 weeks ago, the one that Papa preached 2 weeks ago, the first time he talks about this tree, I saw a comment of somebody online and the person was like, why men of God today lie, especially Apostle John C. Suleman. I saw that message when he was preaching. I think last 2 weeks he talked about this thing, but the media, they have not seen the tree. They have not sent them the tree by that time to be able to upload it. You know the reason why somebody will think that way is because the person doesn't understand that wickedness is real. If you understand, the person will not think like that. You won't think like that because they have no experience. So if anybody that is talking about it is a liar. What is the highest level of wickedness that you have experienced before? Put it there in the comment section. Let's talk about it. What is the highest form of wickedness that you've experienced, or you've seen somebody that experienced it, or you are actually going through it right now? Let us know in the comment section so that we can tell others that wickedness is real. And that's why we have to buckle up our belts when it comes to prayer, when it comes to fasting, when it comes to the things of God. We don't need to play with them, okay? Because wickedness is actually real. All right. Thank you very much for watching. We are still bringing updates on the Holy Ghost conference. We are going to see you on our next video. Remain blessed.
What is an insurance policy? Is what? It is a coverage. Is what? So blessing is not just the name of a Christian sister.